What's up, ladies and gentlemen? The Podfather Nate here from the Journey into Comics podcast, the flagship show of the Journey into Comics Network. I just want to make sure you guys know you can tune in every single Monday for a brand new episode of our show, where if it's comic book related, we've got you covered.
The following is a Journey into Comics.
Journey into Comics.
It's a Journey into Comics.
Journey into Comics.
Journey into Comics.
Journey into Comics.
Network.
Production.
Greetings, adventurers! Are you looking for adventure beyond your wildest imagination?
To delve into dungeons to reveal secrets beyond the realm where the mind can wander.
To face unspeakable horrors?
To battle unimaginable demons.
To claim glory and honor?
Join us in a new podcasting adventure where we will journey far and wide to worlds,
Planets.
territories,
Dungeons. I'm Nick.
I'm Dave.
And this is Dungeons with Dudes.
And we're back for another episode of Dungeons with Dudes. Arr, arr.
Yes.
Why are we pirates all the time? Arr.
It's the easiest voice to jump in.
It really is.
It just kind of naturally happens. Welcome. Thank you for tuning in. I am Nick Maxon, your host. I'm sitting here with my co-host, Dave Linder.
Hello, Nick. How are you, fella?
I'm great.
Good.
Doing real good. We're having a lot of fun tonight.
Yeah, it's a good night.
We did a little brews with dudes and drank some beers, and now we're getting ready to get ourselves into a little bit of a fiasco.
A little bit of a fiasco.
A fiasco, you say?
We have a guest, too.
We do, Dave. Who do we have here tonight?
We have Mr. Zach Davidson.
Oh, thank you. It's me. Once again, thank you.
Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you very
You
much.
played Fiasco with us at LaffyCon.
Yes, I did.
Nick
and
wasn't
I
at that one.
thoroughly enjoyed it. I mixed up the pot a little bit more than normal, but it was worth it. It was fun.
This is our... we played several games of Fiasco now.
Yeah. It's quickly becoming one of my favorite games.
Yeah.
Like role-playing games, at least.
Yeah, there's so many different things you can do with it. I mean, literally, your imagination is the end of it.
So the last time you guys saw us, we were in Fifth City. We've gone, let's say, I think back in time.
We've gone back in time.
We're back in those medieval dark times. We've just broken ourselves. One of us has broken the other two out of jail. Both guys got into jail for different reasons, their own reasons. And one of their friends, Mr. Sir Alfred of the Greenwood, decided he needed to break his good friend and longtime adventuring buddy. Dave, what was his name?
Roderick Silversword, at your service, my good lad.
So Sir Alfred of the Greenwood had to help Mr. Silversword.
I ran into some trouble that I did not do.
So Sir Alfred has desires to challenge a dragon in a nearby dungeon. So he has to go break
Smoky Mountain. The town of Smoky Mountain.
So
Yes.
when Sir Alfred goes to break his good friend and longtime adventuring companion out,
Roderick Silversword.
Mr. Silversword is sharing a cell with another gentleman.
William of the Depths.
William of the Depths.
Just happens to be his cellmate. And at the time that Sir Alfred of the Greenwood is breaking out Roderick Silversword, he just calls out, is like, "Hey, I'm here. I'm coming with you. Thanks.
So this duo becomes a trio as they are preparing to dive into the depths of the dragon's lair.
And nobody really knows it, but there's actually a little bit of a little interesting development that may or may not come.
Oh, there's lots of development.
There's so many developments.
This is going to be fun. We're playing the Dragon Slayers playset.
So, the game is Fiasco. We are the Dragon Slayers.
The Dragon Slayers.
In the secret room of the upper level
Well, currently,
of the dungeon.
are we in the secret room yet? Or are we just in the dungeon?
I think we're just entering the dungeon.
We're just entering the dungeon.
That's what we've decided. Yeah.
Okay.
And who would like to go first? So the way this game works, I know they've seen it on the show before, but one person will set up a scene with another character, and they will go through that scene, role play, and then the other person, the one person, there's only three of us this time, will choose whether that scene will end up good or bad for that other person, and they get a good die or a bad die.
And that will help us develop the story as we go on.
I see.
So, Zach, would you like to pick the person who gets to pick the person that they create a scene with?
Sure. You are going to pick the scene that you create.
Okay.
The character, what you
and
said.
then I get to pick which one of you I want to interact with. So just Zach's played this, so he knows how to play.
Yeah.
I think I'll just start with Mr. Silver Sword.
All right, where do we have this conversation at?
Okay.
Right before we enter the dungeon.
What was your first name again? I'm sorry.
Roderick.
Roderick
Silversword.
Was it Roderick or Roderick?
It's Roderick.
Okay.
Did you get my name again? It's Roderick.
All right, so we haven't actually seen each other in a minute because
been a while.
I don't know. I don't think I know why you ended up in jail.
Yes.
So we're gonna flesh this out right as we're getting ready to. The dungeon's not necessarily heavily guarded on the outside, so we're just kind of strolling up, the three of us, and Sir Alfred is going to he's gonna pat his good friend on the back. It's been a long time, my friend.
Yes, it has, my good friend.
You appear in good health and an optimistic spirit, as always.
Very much so. I'm glad you rescued me through the perils I found myself in.
Now, you know me, I'm not one to pry into others' business, but I feel for the good of our journey, I must inquire. What exactly landed you in this town's particular jail, my friend?
Oh, 'tis a harrowing tale.
It always is.
A harrowing tale
Always.
of bandits on the road.
That's not the first time we've ran into bandits on the road.
All the time. They just seem to come out of nowhere. They think they find a different line of work.
Typical bandit maneuver, that one. Jumping out of the darkness.
Them rascals. But yes, I was heading into town, and I was waylaid by bandits. And of course, being me, Roderick Silversword, I quickly dispatched two of them. It turns out the third was the sheriff's son. And they threw me away, saying that I'd attacked them, which is clearly wrong.
I've only known you one handful of times to attack an entire band of other men.
It was just 4 men.
Did you attack them first?
No, of course not. They attacked me.
No, that's uncharacteristic of a knight in training.
Exactly. Why would I attack innocent civilians? Well, they weren't innocent. They attacked me. Obviously.
Well, it was my honor to release you from that hell.
I very much appreciate it.
We have more important work at hand than rotting away in the cells of some lesser village.
I appreciate you letting me free. Well, now exactly what are we doing on this harrowing quest? I said harrowing twice in this conversation.
Have you heard the harrowing tales?
3 times.
Of the dragon that sleeps in the dungeon.
I have heard tales of the sleeping dragon.
Of this particular sleeping dragon, or another sleeping dragon. I'm talking about the sleeping dragon in this particular dungeon near this particular village. Have you heard of that dragon?
Not the other one.
In particular?
You mean this one we're at right now?
No, yes, see, right ahead of us. Right ahead.
This dungeon.
This dungeon, right here.
I don't think I'm aware of this dragon.
There's a dragon in here.
In here, you say?
I heard while you were fighting bandits, I was in the local
waylaid
speakeasy, and I overheard talk of a dragon with many treasures in this dungeon, the one right in front of us.
Very well. I will follow you to the depths of hell, my friend.
Now, how much, or how well, do you know this gentleman that's with us?
Ah, we have been very close. Very close friends indeed.
For the past approximately 3 days, you've been in the cell.
Correct.
You've
He seems like a nice fellow. A bit odd.
But you've really grown to know each other.
Well, of course.
In the
There's nothing to
darkness
do in a cell.
There's things.
That's gross.
Well, as we journey into this next adventure, I hope that we can find ourselves in trustworthy company, my good and old companion.
I'm sure everything will work out great.
Scene.
Ew.
All right.
That was interesting.
That was a lengthy scene.
I love your voice, Dave.
Thank you.
He's quite the hero.
You can tell by my heroic voice.
So, Zach, you have to decide if you thought that conversation went well for me.
You really weren't trying to accomplish much. I guess we set the scene up.
You set the scene up, but it was a very positive scene, so yes.
So you think I set
like
the scene well?
Yes,
Okay.
it went well for you, definitely.
Okay.
There was no conflict there at all.
Okay, so for the first round, we're going to give Sir Alfred of the Greenwood a positive.
Now it is my turn. I'm going to set up a scene with William? Right?
William of the Depths.
William of the Depths. This is the scene after he told me what we're doing. I'm going to come to you. We're probably camped out.
Camping out outside of the dungeon before we go in headstrong.
Yes. And I'm going to let him know what we're doing.
Do it.
William, my good man.
Hello, my friend. It's good to be out of that cramped cell. Not smelling like piss.
It was quite gross in there.
It always smelt of piss and vomit and those wretched smells.
How long have you been in there, sir?
A minute. You were the first one I've seen in days. You see, I just fought a war. Just got done with that godforsaken war.
Ah, the many a wars.
And I was coming back to town to indulge myself. I was drinking, and there was this fair maiden, Madeline. Oh, Madeline.
Watch out for them women, folk. They can get you.
She took me to her home, and we were making sweet, sweet love.
Like you do.
And then her husband came home.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. It was you couldn't have told. And he tried to choke me to death. Obviously, in his frustration, because I could totally understand.
Well, obviously.
But I choked him to death first. And then, of course, by that time, it was a whole thing. The downstairs people heard, and they came up and like, what's going on? And long story short, I got wound up for murder.
Well, what a epic story you just told me that I did not know about beforehand before you decided to go on this adventure with us.
It's totally no fault of my own.
Well, obviously not.
I was, as I say, trapped.
Well, William, we have a powerful, mighty quest to accomplish.
Oh, I'm sure it's nothing me and my Warhammer can't fix.
Did you hear about the dragon that lives in there?
Dragons... We'll cross that bridge when it comes.
Well, it's not really a bridge, it's a tower.
Oh, it's a dungeon.
There's a dragon up there.
I'm not scared.
My friend told me about it.
I trust in you. This guy looks like a trusting fellow, this Sir Alfred of the Greenwood. I think between the three of us and our little tricks up our sleeve, we can make this work.
I'm not wearing
Possibly
sleeves.
fool this. Oh, I have sleeves. I have many sleeves.
I might need to borrow some tricks, because I'm out of sleeves.
I
have merely this armor.
You're like you might be a little bit bigger size than me. I'm not sure if my sleeves will fit your sleeves, but we'll make it work.
But very well, you will escort us. You will join us in this quest to defeat the dragon.
We'll do this.
Very well.
End scene.
We established that Roderick's not very smart.
All right. Yeah, I mean, I think you did fine. Just more, we're setting up,
Setting
kind
the
of
scene up.
getting more backstory for the characters.
So you get a good one? Oh,
Yep.
thanks.
Now, to clarify, is that just Dave that gets...
That's just Dave. So now it's
Right.
your turn.
So that's
and
my
you
turn.
get to pick one of us to set up a scene with. I say we should probably head into the dungeon at this point.
So I think as we're heading into the dungeon, Sir Alfred of the Greenwood and I, it would be appropriate for us to have a conversation now to establish our bounds and see where that goes. Yo!
Did you happen to bring a torch?
I don't, but I'm sure between this Brussels outside and this tree limbs, I can make a torch real quick.
I have one, but I have dropped it.
Oh! I picked up Roderick's little torch.
Right,
Do we have fire? Oh, I have this match, actually.
Oh, actually, we don't have to worry about anything. It looks as though he's lit the torches inside the dungeon. He's a good keeper, this dragon.
He's making it pretty obvious, isn't he, Alfred?
So what...
I must say, I do appreciate you breaking your friend out there, and I could be lucky enough to be bunked with him.
He is one of my closest allies. One of the closest to my heart.
Well, I'm not afraid of war, and I can easily repay you with shedding a little blood for this dragon and the treasure it boons.
You say you're no stranger to war.
Oh.
What?
The last Elysian
Tell
war.
me of your tales.
So it's the one I came back from and the one that wound me up in the predicament I was in. Was the last Elysian War.
Oh, you were. I also fought.
Really?
On which side did you fight?
I fought for the depths, the reach of the depths. I hail from the depths. I'm sorry, it's in my name, sir.
So you know that we are of different allegiances.
I caught that as soon as I mentioned it. Well, I'm glad that you made it out of that war.
Let us hope
that we were fortunate that we were
your
both...
character reflects better than the character of your people.
I care not for the characters of my people. I am my own person. Why do you think I'm not in the depths anymore?
Well, it appears as though because you're sleeping with other men's wives.
I'm indulging myself. What can I say? I like it up here.
Indulging yourself.
And war and women.
So you are no true knight.
No, I'm what they call a hedge knight.
A false knight.
Be that as it may, it still bears me well. However,
let us hope that we are able to get through this adventure in one piece. And perhaps we can go on our own separate ways. And
That's
I won't
fine.
need to cut you down.
Don't make promises you can't keep, sir. However, be that as it may, after this...
Sir Alfred of the Greenwood.
You are Sir Person
and
that
I
broke me out.
do not make idle threats, hedge knight.
Well, that's fine. Be as it may. I am unimpressed. Moving on. I appreciate you breaking me out, but after this, our business is concluded, and that's all it is. I will look after you.
Believe me, friend. Believe me, friend. Once I've gotten what I need from this dreaded dragon, you will be dealt with, and will be dealt with much more swiftly. That I can assure you.
Well, I do need your help to kill the dragon, so I guess our business will conclude.
You are part of my retinue. Fool!
Well, there's that.
Damn.
It's
hostile! Well, I was going to say that it was going really well for you.
It took a turn. It took a hard turn. It took a hard turn.
I'm going to say that did not go well. For a while, you did really well, but I'm going to have to go with no.
As soon as we brought up the war, nope.
There's a lot of tension there.
I was trying to dismiss it so hard, but your character's just like, nope. Nope.
Sir Alfred has strong convictions.
He's a part of his people. I was just there to fight. My character
crush his enemies, you could say.
Huh. It's almost like that's what you put there.
That's a
weird.
All right, so that introduced us just kind of creeping our way into the dungeon. So I still start asking about the torch, and then we walk in and we're like, oh, wait a minute, it's already lit up.
No, we're good.
Oh, yeah, oh, sweet.
Okay, so Sir Alfred, we are sneaking through. We're kind of poking around. We've walked into a big open room. There's a big table in the middle. There's some bookcases all around the outside of the room, and we have decided that Sir Asswipe is going to live on one side, while my good and noble friend of mine, we are moving along
Sir
the other side.
I already like that tension.
Oh.
Let's see. Is there anything on these bookshelves to hint about the origins of this dragon? Do you see anything, my friend?
This one has a pretty bird on it.
Is that a bird or is that a dragon?
Let me see. Nope, definitely a bird.
Feathers, not scales. Understood. Understood.
This one has a lot of words. What does it say? Kidding, I know how to read.
We don't have time. We don't have time to read all the books here. Let's just kind of feel our hands around here. See if we can find perhaps a secret passage.
Aha!
No true dungeon doesn't have a secret passage hidden in a bookshelf.
Very true. Like that time we fought those trolls. Remember
Which
that?
time?
That is correct.
Oh, my goodness. Not the time you tried to mate with the one I...
That was a sore mistake. And I was sore the next day. Ha
I'm not feeling terribly comfortable about our companion.
He is fine.
He strikes me as someone who perhaps says of us that we cannot trust.
You think so, good friend?
His convictions are not strong. He is no true knight. He is out and about whoring.
I was curious that he had relations with another man's woman.
It's abominable.
I agree, it's abominable.
It is not honorable.
It is not honorable.
But perhaps we can use him if he pledges his fealty to the cause. That's all we need. We just need him to help us get through this dungeon, help us get this one treasure. And then we
need his warhammer, or his mace.
And then if he has made no foul errors, perhaps we can part ways without any unsavory consequences.
I agree. We must keep a close eye on him, though.
What is... It's a wobbly cobble here.
It is very wobbly.
You don't think perhaps there's a secret room through this way?
Like when we fought those ghosts in Ravenloft?
Oh, the ones in Ravenloft. Oh, my goodness. Oh.
Remember that?
No.
What was that girl that you
No,
were quite sweet on?
No, I don't.
What was her name?
I don't remember that at all. No, it's best not get into that.
Very well.
Sir Worthless! Sir! Right this way! We think we found the way!
Cease.
I assume you're referring to me.
Jesus.
All right. I like the tension. I like it.
Yeah.
What do you think?
What do you think for Nick?
It sounds like you got him to think on your same wavelength. So, yeah, I would say that goes well for you.
I would say that went pretty well for you.
Cool.
All right, so we found this wobbly cobble.
We found the wobbly cobble, and it opened up, and I shook it, and then I yelled over for Mr. William from the depths. I called him over to say, hey, we think we found a room. So we pulled the cobble. It kind of opens up into another room, and we are... Now you get to decide if we move through into this next room.
I'll say Roderick, being the stout hero that he is,
would
enter the room first. And what do you think's in this room? It's a secret room, so
Anything could be in this room.
some sort of magic item or magic something we can fight over or something. I don't know.
Maybe a map that leads us to. It's like we're in a dungeon, so it's like a labyrinth. Maybe we find the map that leads to the dragon's lair.
The dragon's lair. It's just an empty room with a map, or is there treasure?
Maybe there's some treasure. Maybe there's some
treasure in here.
Skeletons and shit. Maybe
Skeletons, yeah.
I don't know. Maybe there's all sorts of stuff that could be going on.
I will have I'll have a conversation with
William.
As I enter the room and I'll see the room and I will beckon you in. William, my good man.
Yeah,
Would you
I'm here.
kindly join me into this
There's a room. Is this?
this room here? There seems to be many a skeleton. Hope they don't come to life.
They're just bones, and if they are, we'll see to that shortly.
You ever fought a skeleton?
Many
Quite bony.
Skeletons,
Ha-ha!
whites.
That's because they have bones. Ha-ha!
I caught that joke.
Very well. Let's see
Sorry.
over here.
What is this? This is a pedestal with. What is that on it?
There seems to be
Excuse
some
me,
sort of paper.
See, some scroll, some.
Aha! It's a map.
What is it?
I'll
What to
take the paper.
tell?
It is a map of the town.
The town, you say?
Correct. We don't need that. And he'll kind of like hand subtly hand the map to his friend, Sir. I can't remember your goddamn name.
Sir Alfred.
Sir Alfred.
Well,
So,
it seems the map of the town has attracted those skeletons you spoke of that are assembling.
you are correct. Why don't you vanquish them with your mighty mace?
Just take a step back. I'll just swing my warhammer, knock out 2 in one swing. Come back around for the other one. Get one more.
I'll pull out my sword, which is steel. I couldn't afford silver.
And then by the time
Which is disappointing.
by the time you pull out the sword, the 3 skeletons are dead. I just lay down my warhammer, look at Alfred, and be like, "Is that good enough for your trust now?"
This is not his scene.
But he is still there.
That was very brave of you. Quite handy with
Doing
that
my
warhammer.
part. I
Maybe
told you
not
I'm
use after
told
all.
you,
I said
told
that
you
out
I'm
loud.
handy with my warhammer.
Very well.
Is that good enough for your friend, you think? I don't know. He seems hard of convincing. I'm
He
just trying to
means
do my
well.
part.
He is a brave and noble knight.
He's
I've known
very
him for many a years.
he's very in tune with his alignment. And it seems that just our paths have just fallen on different sides. And that's just how it was. I don't necessarily care for my people. I'm not of the depths. I'm a human, obviously.
But that's your name.
I am of the depths. But
means you're from the depths,
I was
then.
orphaned into the depths. I was not born in
So
the
you're
depths.
William, the orphan of the depths. It's quite long.
I guess that's technically true. I never thought of it like that.
It's quite a long title, my friend.
That is a long title. So I think I'm going to stick with William of the Depths. Because William of the Depths, who happens to be an orphan, is better than William of the Orphan of the Depths.
What are you guys talking about over there? I don't know. Very well, my friend. Why don't you go check out those other bookcases while
I will see if there's anything useful while you and Arthur converse.
we talk into this room and discuss
Things. And scene.
That was rough, guys.
I know.
Roderick's not the smartest.
I don't think it went bad for you, though.
You don't think so?
No. Wasn't the best. Didn't narratively move us forward very much, but
We found a map, and I handed it to you rather than telling him about it, and
Right.
I lied.
you did lie.
I lied about
Smart enough
the
to
map.
fib. That's good. Cool. Yeah, I think that went well for you.
Oh, thanks.
So now it is your turn.
It is my turn.
Think of how do we want to move this forward?
We should I actually find something on the bookcase that might be useful? Like a little bit of information about dragons, and then we stumble upon a location.
Okay, so that's scooching out, and I can just kind of narratively move it by saying, like, I have a feeling we should go this way. Yeah, well, what makes you think that? Like, intuition. But I've got the map which telling me where to go.
Right.
Yeah.
But,
All right.
scene, so you lead the way.
Alright, so Alfred and I will go into the scene. I am, as William of the Depths, and searching through these bookcases, trying to find anything useful, like my good friend Roderick said to do. And we'll start there. I'm flipping through books and mages, knights, dragons, and dragons might be useful.
Are
Flipping
you
through.
done? Are you done looking at the bookshelf? I feel we must continue moving for to find this dragon's lair.
It's probably the best option. I did find this interesting book on dragons, and maybe we could find some more information or history about whatever dragon may be in this area. What's this area's name again? I'm sorry, I'm not familiar.
Perhaps there's a discount if we decide to stay here for a week instead of one night. I don't think we have time to sit here and read through every book in the library.
Okay, fine.
Have you found some information that's...
Toss the book behind my shoulder. I guess we're moving on then.
Let's
Lead
work
the
our-
way, Captain. Lead the way, Captain.
Let's work our way out of here.
All right.
And with that, Alfred, he coaxes Sir Silver Sword and Sir Asswipe from the secret room. We've moved back into the den area. So
All right. So now what, fearless leader?
Well, we came in that way. We just walked through that way.
So there's one more way. So my intuition says you want to go the
Your
other
intuition.
way. My
Oh.
intuition.
Look here. A nice intuition, is it not?
I have a little bit of intuition
All right,
every now
lead
and then.
the way.
All right. We're walking.
Lead
down
us
the path.
into the depths.
That is what I do. Walking into the depths. Walking into the depths. What do I see? Just a long hallway, and finally we come to a big iron door with chains wrapped around it, locked tight. It's like, huh?
At that point, I will pull out my sword. I am behind you.
Does anybody have
I'm
this
behind
key?
you.
Do you happen to have a key to this door, our fearless leader?
Do you mock me, Sir Hedge Knight?
Only from mockery henceforth win.
Why don't you go open the door? I will stand right behind you, and if you decide to play any funny business, I will deal with you handily.
Luckily for us, I happen to have a lockpick, so I will. Don't worry. Here, I'll hold my hammer while we're at it.
And I throw your hammer behind you, barely missing Sir Silver Sword.
That's a family heirloom, you asshole!
Aha! Flying warhammers! The battle is afoot!
Sir Silver Sword gets confused. Starts swinging.
And I'm picking it. Falls loose. Now, I'm gonna go pick up my warhammer, and we're gonna find this dragon you speak of.
So you open the door, and...
Unseen.
Sweet.
I don't know, it's kind of a weird scene. Nick kind of dominated that scene a little bit. But,
I don't know.
I mean, you moved the story along. You showed that you were quite handy with a lockpick.
You had the pick lock, yeah. That was
At this point, I
good
feel
for
like
you.
the character feels like there's nothing else that he can do to convince them, so he's just doing what he's telling them to. You do this, do this. Like, okay, fine, I'm doing this. Trust me now. Trust me now. Trust me now.
You're working on him.
I think you're doing good.
You're working on it. So I think that was a good one.
Yeah.
All right.
That leads us to...
Oh, the tilt, because you've done 2, right?
Yeah, we've all got 2.
Tilt.
All right. So...
Time for the tilt. Time for the tilt. Time for the tilt. Time for the tilt.
the tilt.
Time for the tilt.
This is a good one. I'm having fun so far. Yeah. Dave is looking up the tilt.
I have a new book. It's a companion for the Fiasco, so it's got different tilt charts and stuff.
Fiasco is so much fun.
All right, so now what we will do is we will roll our dice. We will roll the dice. And we will, if we we will subtract our good dice from the bad dice.
Okay.
And then the person with the highest good picks the tilt. And the person with the lowest picks the tilt. And then you define them.
Right.
Like we did. Oh, we have to roll dice too. Alrighty. I'm going to roll my 2 dice. They were both good. I have a 3.
Great.
I rolled terribly.
Oh.
Now, if you want to...
You just roll 2?
Now, you subtract... If you have a good and a bad, you subtract the highest from the lowest.
So he has none.
So I have no dice.
He has one good, one bad.
Yeah.
So they would... How would we do this without actually...
Just pick left and right.
Yeah.
Say left is good, right is bad.
Okay.
Come on, guys.
Slow.
Come on.
So 4 on the good, 2 on the bad, which means
2
2.
positive.
2.
And I have 2 good. 6.
6. So you have the highest good.
And
So I get to just pick whichever one I want.
And then we have to roll the dice again. Quick, make dice sounds. Those are terrible dice sounds.
So 6, 5, 4. So we have a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
I just pick one of these 6. Yep. Okay, so what the fuck? These are a mess.
I love them giggling.
These are a mess.
it shall be fun.
I'm going to go with 3. Deception.
Deception.
Oh god.
And then I will pick the other one of the tilt. So I picked a 3. I'm going to pick 2. I'm going to pick violets.
Oh goodness.
Good.
Now, Zach, you'll pick either to define the violence or the deception using the dice. There is 2 6s, a 5, a 4, a 3, 2 2s, and a 1. Sorry, 2 3s, 2 2s, and a 1.
There's a 5, you say. There's not a 5.
There is a 5.
There's a 5.
1 5.
Now choose to define the violence with a 5 as a showdown.
Ooh.
A showdown?
The showdown.
Perfect.
Now, I guess Nick, you want to pick the define deception?
Sure. This is a hard one. What do we have left?
There is 2 6s, a 4, 2 3s, a 2, 2 2s, and a 1.
We'll say the mighty fall exceedingly hard. That's a 6.
Ooh. For deception?
Yep.
All right.
Well then,
That'll be up to Nick again.
Sir
All right.
Alfred of the Greenwood.
So we had opened this door.
What do we see?
Is this where the violent showdown is going to take place?
It's up to you if you want the tent or maybe this like room has something that you'd like, you want, that you can have a showdown over. Or, I don't know. What do you think's in this room?
It's whatever your interpretation may want it to be.
I know, that's why it's a hard choice. Because we could just get the action rolling.
Right. I mean, there's already a lot of tension between Alfred and William. You could always do that. You could do the showdown with the dragon? Question mark?
Okay, I got it. Alright, so I'm going to do it with Sir William of the Depths.
Dope.
So you throw the door open, and it leads into a... we're in a hallway. This hallway is just slightly bigger, but it's still a hallway. And on either side is just darkness. Okay?
Okay. Well, this looks ominous as fuck.
Here, Hedge Knight, allow me to light the way.
By all
I kind of
means.
shuffle past him. Still got my sword. Nice indeed. But
Lead the way, oh
But
captain,
what happens?
my captain.
What happens is you're lackadaisically holding your warhammer, and Sir Alfred slips over the warhammer.
Slips over the warhammer.
He trips over the warhammer,
Oh,
and I kind of stumble over to the side. I'm kind of clunky in my armor. I've already got my sword. I'm scared.
goodness, this is the first time you've walked.
Kind of falling over the side here. I'm having a hard time. But I grab onto your warhammer, and I fucking pull myself back up. I notice that you didn't try to save me. You're just standing there while I'm getting ready to fall over into this chasm. So I straighten up, sword still in my hands. What is the meaning of this, Hedge Knight?
You tell me you tripped over my hammer, good Sir of the Greenwood.
You, Sir of the Depths, tried to trip me. This deception will not go unspoken for.
You're delusional and angry. You're making what you want of it. I have done nothing but done what you have told me to.
I'm
Do
gonna grab
this,
him
I
handily
did.
up against. We're back in the hallway. I've got him handily up against the wall. Are you with us, or are you against us?
The last person that did that to me was choked. Put your hands off.
I am no whore's husband, fool of the depths.
And then I just headbutt Sir Alfred. Just boom!
Boom, blood.
Right in the nose.
So I'm stumbling back. I jump back up on you, and I'm grabbing you. Are we together, or is it going to end here, Hedge Knight?
We're together if you lay your hands off me.
Sir Alfred, caught up in a rage, because he notices he might have tripped over himself. He lets go of the Hedge Knight. He says, then lead the way, Sir Fool.
Yes, oh captain, my captain. And I lead the way.
And scene. I think that went very well for me.
Yeah. So you say it went well?
It didn't go well for me.
Didn't go
No,
well.
no,
it
did not,
go
did
well
not,
for me.
did not.
I agree.
Not maybe the way that you were perceiving it.
No, I was banking on you trying to help me, and then I could get over my hatred for you. But you didn't try to save me, so then I had to fight you over it, and then I didn't.
But then I didn't back down.
Didn't recover very well.
Now it is my turn.
Yes.
I have an idea how to take Roderick, but I don't know when to do it. So, who might I have a scene with here?
Whoever you want, Dave.
I guess I'll console my friend.
I mean, Roderick.
My good friend, Sir Alfred.
No need for consoling.
Sir Alfred, are you okay?
I will admit, as any true knight can, that maybe I tripped over his warhammer. I didn't mean to, of course.
Well, no one means to trip. That's what it means to trip.
But maybe he could have lifted it up over his shoulder like a child. He holds it out in the middle of the hallway when I'm trying to make my way through. And okay, but it's neither here nor there. I'm fine.
It's a good thing you didn't trip. There's a very tall chasm, very deep, dark chasm down here. You could have fell to your doom.
I got a very, very good look. I was staring over into the darkness for a hot minute. I was hoping that Sir Asshole would have tried to reach out and grab me, pull me up. But instead, he just kind of stared at me with a twinkle in his eye, laughing, hoping that would be the end of Sir Alfred of the Greenwood.
Well, it's a good thing you did not fall, sir. We need all the help we can get against this dragon. So we can be true heroes.
I am a true hero.
I know you are. I've tried to be one myself. You know what? I have an idea. You and I, who's going to lean in? You and I have been many a quest together, have we not?
Many and more.
We could defeat this dragon by ourselves.
Are you suggesting that Sir Asswipe doesn't make it to the end of this journey?
I'm not saying anything, but yes. Yes, I am.
I'm not saying anything, but yes.
What if he happened to fall down this cliff or be burned up by a dragon? Then you and I can share the gold 2 ways and the glory.
I never remember giving him a share in the first place. But yes, I understand. It will make for a less messy situation come the end of this.
So we are in agreement.
We are in agreement.
Very well. Scene. So,
Well then, there's that.
well for me.
You don't?
I don't know. What do you think?
I think it went well.
Well, good. Me being
You just tried to...
devious.
Yeah, I think you did
I mean,
fine.
yeah, it is about deception. So, I feel like you got that part right on the head. You and
I have
Alfred.
more deception.
Yeah.
More ideas. So now is your scene, Mr. Zek.
Oh, it is.
Tis.
Well. So what have we established so far? Let's do another recap real quick.
We're really delving into the personal lives of our characters.
We really are.
The main theme seems to be overcoming our distrust of one another.
Yeah.
And after...
So there needs to be some kind of resolution with that distrust.
Before something terrible happens to you, because we're already making moves to off you.
Okay. Well, then I guess to just progress forward, the next logical move is to... I haven't had a scene with Roderick Silverblade recently.
So you could easily just talk to him about the situation that just happened and try to convince him, like, come on, like, y'all are trying to hate me so hard.
Just like kind of a in-between
Because
scenario.
you don't know that we had
We're
this
just moving-
conversation.
Right.
But you know
You
that
think
I
I'm
just
on your side.
I
Right,
just
you
made
guys-
an ass
you guys
of-
leaned
know, I
in.
just made an ass of myself, so you can be
Right.
like, damn, what is this problem? But just we're moving forward.
Yeah.
We just passed the chasm and we're working through the dungeon and
Roderick and I will have a conversation because obviously after that little tidbit, you're going to stay as far away from me, Alfred, as possible.
We probably fight some ghouls along the way.
We'll
you can add that in.
we'll progress forward.
And you can add flair in like I just did. Like we just had like an altercation and shit. Like
Oh no,
we do whatever the fuck we want. So
oh yeah.
See with me?
So open scene. Hey there, Roderick.
Hello, good friend.
Pretty crazy. What happened back there?
Quite a treacherous dungeon.
Treacherous, yeah.
Did you see the size of that ghoul we fought? Well, of course you did. You fought him. But he was huge.
It was pretty crazy. I'll be honest. I'm more distracted by the your fool of a captain tripping over my warhammer.
Sir,
I mean, our captain. Yes, of the Greenwood.
what about him?
He's just made a fool of himself. That's the most PG way of putting it. Let's be honest.
Roger kind of lean in. He's not very quiet, but I kind of agree.
It's
about time
I'm trying to get him to
that
trust
our fearless leader may have an accident.
It would make things a little easier. I don't have anything against the guy. I've been trying to make him my friend.
He's been very loud and very hostile for no reason.
Anymore, he's just becoming a thorn in my side.
He's been quite the trainer, but lately he's been a loose cannon.
Maybe he slides into a dragon head first, and then just whatever happens, nature takes its toll.
And then you and I can split the treasure and the glory.
I like the way you're thinking. Beer
Just
and
you and I
wenches.
together.
Beer and wenches.
Of course. Beer and wenches. Am I saying that right? Wenches.
Wait, do you hear something? As we're coming up down the tunnel that we've been progressing while talking the entire time, we hear a deep slumber, a snore, a deep rumble. It just sounds natural, like breathing. I'll be honest, I've never run into a dragon, but this sounds like a dragon sleeping.
Sometimes all dragons sleep differently. Some snore, some don't snore.
Your heroic voice has to go down a notch or two when it going around a slumbering dragon.
You are correct. Alright.
And scene.
Scene.
all right.
That was your scene.
I think it went well for you. It didn't go bad.
Yeah, there's definitely another layer of perception or deception there.
Yep.
Roderick's an asshole.
Roderick's a
He is.
backstabber.
We're all assholes. We're all
Yeah.
uniquely assholes.
That's true.
Because I didn't tell the group that I'm trying to convey this a little bit. My need is to be a hero by lording over everyone.
Oh.
So you're
I
trying
can't
to
lord
appeal
over
it.
anyone if the knight is still around. That's kind of, I don't know if I've conveyed that, but
Alright.
All right. Well, I guess that means it's Alfred's scene.
And we're pretty close to the dragon's lair now.
Yep.
Yeah, we
so
hear
we're
it's
coming up to
we hear
it.
it snoring.
William and I are gonna have another moment.
Have you ever fought a dragon before?
Fuck no, but we're about to, aren't we?
Sir William, this will be my third dragon fight.
I'm sorry. What did you call me? Did you call me Sir William?
Sir William.
Holy! I think that's the first time this whole time you haven't called me Sir Asshole or Sir Asswipe. I reach over, pat you on the shoulder. Yeah. This is progress, my friend.
It is in these moments that we prove
our knighthood. I apologize
I'm
for
no
my
knight.
uncouth behavior, and I implore you to accept my apology as we plunge into the mouth of the dragon.
All I have ever wanted, sir, was your acceptance.
Together, as knights.
Scene. Nice. I
I mean, that was nothing but positive.
Yeah.
Boom.
Very positive.
Oh, it's all coming together. Oh. I'm not gonna lie, for a second I was just like, oh my god, are we gonna have to fight?
We're about to brawl.
We honestly didn't do the violence. I guess we kind of did. The showdown.
Isn't the violence getting ready to happen?
Yeah,
That's true.
exactly. We're
Showdown
walking
with
into
the
it.
dragon.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So it's
And there's a little
mine.
bit of violence between us. That little altercation, the
That was
headbutting.
violence.
Yeah.
And then you took care of the deception.
But
How
it's
the
a-
mighty have fallen. I was so strong, and then I fell
Fell down.
to the point where even you were getting ready to betray me.
Still
See?
might.
It's all coming together.
It hurts.
I know. I don't like role playing when I'm against Nick. I don't like it.
Oh, how the mighty have fallen.
All right. So my scene. So we had our scene with the dragon, or we're walking up to the dragon.
Yeah, I think we're like entering the dragon's lair at this point.
I'm gonna have a scene right before, like, wait, you guys, yeah, but Dad, you guys had your scene. I have my scene with
Yes.
Sir Alfred. Sir Alfred, my most loyal, noble friend.
Have you ever fought a dragon before, my friend?
You and I have fought too. Remember?
Do you intend on dying today?
Not today, my friend.
Not today, my friend.
Very well. Since we are such good friends and I would never betray you, why don't you lead the charge? And I'll be right behind you, because I would never betray you.
My
Did I say that
friend,
already?
Smartest man I know. So articulate with your words. Do you know that the only way to be knighted is by a knight?
Is that true?
It is true.
Huh. I always thought it was a king. But you are the knight.
I am the knight, knighted by Sir Arthur himself.
Wow, I know that name.
It is a very common medieval name. So I suggest, in this most glorious moment, you must lead the charge, Sir Roderick Silversword.
Very well. I will lead the way. As I get ready to lead the way, I push you into the dragon.
What? Derailed.
Ah! So I don't think that went well for me. I don't think so.
For you?
This is my scene.
I think it went well for
It went
you. You
well.
fulfilled your deception part.
All right.
I mean, it's a different angle. God damn. Oh, put me in a pickle, aren't you? I just made friends with the guy that you pushed into the dragon's lair. Fuck. Now I have to choose.
Sorry,
Fuck.
Nick, I love you.
Not much talking to me. It's like I'm balls deep in dragon right now.
Balls deep in dragon.
All right. Alfred and I are going to have a scene.
How? All right.
After seeing Roderick push Alfred into the pit, I said, some friend you are. And I jump right in.
Da-da-da-da.
I land. By the time you land, it's...
No true knight, Silver Sword the fraud.
And in your yelling, you wake up the motherfucking dragon. And And all you're yelling, I land, and you're just like, no, you're not coming to get me. No. And instead you incite the dragon. He opens one big old eye that happens to be right behind Sir Alfred of the Greenwood. And Alfred looks at me, thinks I'm looking at him, but I'm looking at that giant dragon eye behind him. You fool. Come to me now. Get over here.
So I'm ready to fight, you know. I glance over my shoulder and I see that gleaming eye in the darkness. And as I swing to give it a poke, it rears back, at which point I run right towards Sir William of the Depths.
All right. And it's your scene still, right?
Yeah, it's still my scene. Look up. Didn't think we'd be caught in this predicament, did you? Guess we gotta give this dragon a fight. And I charge in, not looking at you. And scene.
All right.
You guys bonded together. I think that went well. I think you did a good scene.
All right. So now what happens next?
Now we all went 4 times, right?
Yes.
Yep,
It's
so
the
now it's
aftermath.
the aftermath.
Where's the other book?
There's that one.
Should be another book.
Where are the books?
It's right here. It's right here, good friend.
No.
Give me a second to look this up. I just want to thank everyone for listening to this fine episode. Having a lot of fun.
It's been a hell of a fiasco.
Yeah.
One big fiasco.
Ooh. All right. So the way the aftermath works is it's in a montage basically. And so say we're fighting the dragon.
Mm-hmm.
And basically it works like the tilt. Like you'll add your dice, you subtract your good from your bad. So I'm just going to do mine real quick. I have all good, which is the white die, which is be on the white table. All right.
Poor Alfred.
So
the mighty
my
have
aftermath is I have 13 white. So I have all 4 good.
Wow.
Which is fan-fucking-tastic. It's fat times ahead. Safe and secure. The thing you would make your life better? Oh, you got it. Absolutely. And then some. And then some more. Enjoy it. So my first montage is you guys pushing him into the pit with the dragon.
Right.
And you guys run towards the dragon. And Roderick, I'll say, I don't know, it's hard to say. Because he wants to be a hero. This is you guys fighting the dragon.
He just pushed his friend into the dragon
But
pit.
no one knows that.
I know.
All 3 of us know, right here.
But you're stuck, you're currently in a pit with a dragon.
That's true.
And so I go back to the town and tell them that I have defeated the dragon single-handedly, and I've lost my friends along the way, and I am knighted of the town.
That's not
wow.
a thing. Fuck that town. Breaking tradition. They don't know a thing about knighthood.
Jerk. Nothing about knights.
Jerk.
Damn it. So that is Sir Roderick being a knight of the town and a hero.
Never, ever should have broke you out of jail.
Alright, so I have 2 good, 1 bad, so that means I have 1 white. Right?
Yep. You have 1. Wait. Do you do all 4 die, or?
Yeah. So you have 2 good, 2 bad.
2 good, 1 bad.
2 good, 1 bad.
That's not... You have 4 die.
Should have 4 dice.
I think
Your last scene was good, right? 2 and 2, right?
Yeah.
So 2 good, 2 bad? Or 3 good, 1 bad?
No, it was 2 and 2.
2 and 2.
Definitely
All right.
2 and 2.
So basically, the top of your good, top of your bad. whatever the highest is, so the good is white, the bad is black. The highest number, you go from either the black or the white chart.
I see.
So
Definitely the bad.
So
10 for the
minus 5.
6. So black 6.
Black 6.
Pathetic. You'll suffer. Oh dear God, you will suffer. And everyone will know of your malfeasance, your stupidity, your lack of common sense and decency. You're probably going to be locked up too.
Wow. So you get to make up on your own. You get 4 points of the story that you have to close at.
yeah.
Oh God.
So
Well,
you get to wrap it up however you want. Just saying, this is what happened to my character.
Well,
I gave it a bad twist because it didn't have
Yeah.
based on what that just read.
I guess so at the point where Alfred and I are charging at the dragon, or I'm just blindly charging it, honestly, because I don't know if you're behind me or not. And so I'm going in, and I just get sideswiped by the dragon. He just bats a big old claw at me, tosses me aside. I got a big old gash in my side. I don't know if I'm going to bleed out or not. And I'm sitting there half delirious. And I see you confronting the dragon, but I just pass out from blood loss. And I don't know. I wake up and nobody's around, and I make it out of the cave somehow, but I'm just half delirious.
Broken.
I don't know what's going on. Nobody else is around me. There's a trail of blood everywhere I go. And then I just find myself to a farmhouse and somehow recover and live myself in it as a cripple because I got sideswiped by a dragon, a big old gash in my side, and I'm just like a 2/3 of a person.
2/3 of a person.
I like that.
Which would end pathetically.
Yep. Alright, so I've got 3 good, 1 bad. So we'll do these 3 are good. That's bad. Ooh, so that's 9 minus 6. So that's 3 white. Grim. The stress and trauma from your little adventure are going to haunt you forever. Bits of your soul are destroyed and you are missing a piece or two. In a few years, children are going to cry when you get close. All your plans have ended in complete ruin.
Damn.
Ooh.
That is harsh.
Ooh.
So. I did it. I slayed the dragon.
Yes.
I slayed the dragon.
Did you?
He swiped you. You fell off and were unconscious. You ran away. You didn't fight him at all. But I got into a brutal knockout fight with this fucking dragon and slayed him. Got him.
Bum, 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 bum.
I got totally destroyed in the process. My face is raked. My body's destroyed. I look terrible. I'm not the same Sir Alfred anymore.
Right.
I go back to I similarly crawl my way back to town. No one recognizes me because I snuck into the town in the first place, so no one had ever actually seen me. And I, unable to gather the strength, am left to be a degent in this town.
Fucking degents.
Fucking degens.
Sir Silver Sword doesn't even recognize me. I'm so fucked up.
Oof.
Harsh.
And sitting there on the side, no one ever thought they'd hear the rest of the tale of Sir Alfred Naxon of the Greenwood.
Oh shit!
He said it. He said it.
All connects. Scene. Oh,
Dun-dun,
I almost feel
dun-dun, dun-dun, dun-dun.
bad. Like I wanted my guy to get like terrible, and I just kept getting good.
Yeah, no, that was great.
My poor guy ended.
Yeah.
I thought mine was
the mighty had fallen.
I thought mine was bad, but no, yours is like, yeah, you beat the dragon, but you got fucked up.
Yep.
And that, my friends, is Fiasco.
That was a good fiasco.
Yeah, it was fun.
That was fun.
I love playing with you guys. You're the best.
Thank you.
But I think maybe more people would make the game a little more.
Oh yeah,
more dynamic.
Yeah.
I like playing it with more people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's still fun.
There's
with
more
3.
scenes to flesh out.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Like when we played with 5 people and everyone gets 2, that's 10 scenes.
Yeah.
We only got 6 scenes per
Yeah,
round. So.
it's more layers.
I mean, this is still fun. It's still a good time.
Oh, it totally
It was
was.
a lot of fun, and I definitely think we could totally do 3 people sessions more.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
definitely still very, very fun.
I felt like with the 3 people though, the story was a little bit more tight. So you know how sometimes when you're playing Fiasco with 4 or more people, there's a lot of story there.
Well, it
But
gives
with
you a
3
lot of room
people,
to flex.
with 3
Right.
people though, it's very strict. There's depending on whatever we choose to have happen, it's going to develop one way or another strictly.
Yeah.
There's not a whole lot of wiggle room, which is good and bad in my opinion.
I thought it was a lot of fun, though.
Me too.
Yes.
I really like those characters.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
those
felt
characters
like
are great.
So much happened so quickly.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
Like, you had to kind of escalate since we don't have that many scenes, like you said.
No.
It's going to escalate fairly quick.
Yeah, things were happening in each scene, like almost different ends of the spectrum each time.
Yep.
Just bouncing back and forth until finally we just walk out there bared and crippled, except this motherfucker Roderick, who
Slayed the dragon. I imagine Roger
Quote,
would have probably
unquote.
came back and cut the head off the dead dragon.
You took a different path than the path that I crawled back.
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah.
fucking half burnt.
I was gonna
charred.
say William just he went to a farmhouse and he just lived out his life there. Just like it's just so fucked up, which was pathetic.
No one ever recognized the homeless man sitting next to the
damn.
tavern.
This hurts. This
It's
hurts.
sad, just sad.
Sir Alfred Naxon. First of his name.
I love how every single Fiasco we've done, you've connected it with the same family.
Nick Naxon.
Mickey Naxon.
Now I've got hundreds of years worth of in between.
God.
How on earth are these characters correlated?
There's so many. Like, I just bought an anthology that has a bunch of play sets on it, but there's like 2 more of these. And this companion that I got that we use the tilt off of has like 4 or 5 on it as well. So there's endless amounts of Fiascoing.
We're gonna Fiasco hard.
Mm.
We should work on our own Fiasco.
Yeah.
We should.
Make our own playset. That'd be fun.
Like
Oh, that would be
Doom
fun.
Room.
A Doom Room Fiasco.
Yeah.
Where all the characters are us. That would
Based on
be an
shit that
interesting
we've done
twist.
around here.
Based on
Exactly.
crazy shit that's coming.
We should work on that.
Yes.
That'd be interesting.
Do a Laffy Con or something.
Well,
Yeah.
that'd be something to talk for next time.
Yeah, man, that was a lot of fun. That was quick.
Yeah, it
one,
was.
too.
Yeah, it was pretty quick.
Slammed right through it.
Yeah, we
Cool.
did.
Well, do you have anything that you wanted to say to our adoring fans?
Nothing really. Just thank you. Thank you for listening and for supporting us. You can check out this podcast and many other amazing podcasts like Bruce with Dudes, Podcastrophe, Journey into Comics on the Journey into Comics network,
Yes.
which
You
can be available anywhere.
anywhere you could listen to podcasts. We're there. We are there.
We're there.
We're there. Zach, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me. It was uniquely fun.
This was a lot
Always
of fun.
Always fun to hang out with you, buddy.
Thank you.
We
It's a
will
great
be,
game.
We will be returning to our flagship D&D campaign probably next week or the week after. This new series is going to be called Valor in Vallaki. As we move forward towards the evil vampire king, whatever the fuck he is.
Ooh, that sounds scary.
Baron Strad von Zarovich.
Wow.
Oh,
Good, fun story. I'm so excited to get back into that.
I'm excited. I need to do a little bit more preparing, but it's going to be a fun game.
Yep, we're almost there.
Fun games.
All right, well, thank you guys for joining us, and we'll see you next time on another episode of Dungeons
With dudes.